I forgot. Okay, this is kind of like a highlight play. I might actually just post this as a single play because it's so good. Um, so here we have Ash doing Vlad doing a bait. Ash flashes to get it. I go for a slow and I flip her backwards, and we are going to pick this up. So honestly, a great bait. She wasted flash and she killed herself without picking up a kill. So, and he is going to back, so I'm going to stay in lane. Not too worried. Udyr actually going bot and picking up a kill. Udyr, one of those junglers who's just really, wow. I'm like reading my chat. I'm like, what? Leona got a kill? Impossible. I'm having like the same reaction over again. So as I was saying, Udyr's one of those junglers you really need to look out for. He's like Udyr in that, Warwick in that he just has phenomenal ganking potential. And you guys saw I blew my ult. That's because I wanted to do a little bit more extra damage to this tower, get as much down as I could. But also I needed to regen health, or I was gonna have to read back. So it wasn't a waste. It has a decent cooldown. It's like 80 seconds, but that's not a big deal. By the time it's finished, it's only 70 seconds or 70-75 at level 1. So it's pretty good. Vlad actually teleported bot for a potential kill. Garen taking a lot of damage. Akali gonna go for that burst damage. Is gonna flash and probably will get away from Vlad. However, Leona could possibly go down. Akali re-engaging again. A little bit of a strange flash by Vlad. Vlad taking a lot of damage and is going to go down to this Leona. So this Leona playing surprisingly competently for how normally awful they are. And Vlad actually gets picked up, so it is 3-4. That was a really bad engage for us. We lost, I think, 2, and they only lost 1. So, you want to stay away from those as much as possible, obviously. Staying ahead in kills, really important. If they have a jungler and you're not ahead in kills, you're really far behind. Luckily, Vlad does have teleport, so he can just come up top really fast, and that is going to help his farm and his leveling. Obviously, Singed can solo quite well, as you've seen in a lot of my videos, so I'm not really worried about him roaming or going for those extra kills with a teleport. It's always a good idea to try and eke out an extra kill if your team has the lead in a fight. And especially if you can teleport and go for a gank, that's a phenomenal way to just pick up an advantage and keep them on their toes. There goes an amazing Sanguine, completely dodging that arrow. This guy is going down for sure. And Vlad is able to pick up that kill, but I'm going to pop my ult and I'm going to try and pick her off. I am out of mana though, so I most likely will not be able to get her. I did just get blue buff though, so if she wants to engage me, I would more than happy do it. I still have my blue buff, or not my blue buff, I just got this from Udyr. And she's getting a little cocky. If I could just slow her. Garen comes in from the side. Garen is going to go for that. I do slow her so that she won't get away. And Garen with a great gank. That was phenomenal. I don't actually know how he got up here so fast. I think it was because Leona was Mia, but that was a great gank on his part and definitely worth it. So kills are now 5-5. We are even. That was a great trade-off for us. We picked up Udyr and Ashe, and we did lose Vlad. But, that was an epic Sanguine. Dodging that Ashe ult was amazing. That is my friend, by the way, in case you were wondering. So yes, we actually see Katarina really dominating this lane with Annie. I'm so surprised by that. Usually it's the other way around. Usually Annie dominates any 1v1 lane, but it looks like she is backed numerous times, and Kat's only backed twice, so let's check out the farm real quick. So on me, I've got 39. Vlad's got 39. So we're actually incredibly even on the farm. So we've got about 80 farm in our lane. Ashe has got 30 farm. She's incredibly underfarmed. And you can see she's picking up that extra Doran's sword because she is so far behind. That's the thing is if you have a solo lane, they need to be a good solo or they're going to get shut down. And Vlad and Singed is an incredibly tough lane to be against. So, that really worked out for us. Katarina at 38, Annie at 60, so she's getting out farmed pretty hard. But you know what? It's really tough to keep up with an Annie, especially in CS. So I definitely nothing against her. And she is pushing really hard, which, I mean, is good because if Udyr does come for a gank, as someone who mains Katarina, you do have great escape with your Shumpo. We see Udyr bot because Leona, I guess, maybe switched lanes permanently. I'm not 100% sure. We see Vayne going into an ult and going to pick up that kill. Is going to roll away. I did not know, actually, invisibility gets tower aggro off you. So that is really good to know. But a good gank by Udyr. Good pickup. And I assume Leona is actually going to have to come top, which is going to leave Akali to solo bot, which, I mean, Akali is a solo, but she's going to have a very rough time. She is not the right level for it, and they might actually just pull Udyr out of the jungle, which is exactly what we want to see. It is 7-5. We are definitely eking out an advantage at this point, and we could possibly go for a turret. I do pop my health again, or pop my blue again, because I do want that CDR on my ultimate. I want it so that if you pop it earlier, one, you're not wasting it. Like, if you have it just on cooldown but you're not using it, I would say you're wasting it. So we'll definitely see. I actually completely lost my train of thought. I just said we'll definitely see to nothing. Sounded like a little bit of an idiot there. I was actually looking at my phone. I should turn that off or get rid of it. Stupid phone. Pesky. I am sitting at about 2.6k. I haven't backed yet. I will get some boots of swiftness when I do. Vlad, interesting choice going for boots of swiftness over sorcerer shoes. I think I'm going to talk about this next time I play with him because I don't think that's worth the 20 magic pen for level 3 speed. I just don't. So he is on the lookout for Udyr. He does have that speed. I mean, it is really nice on Vlad, but I just don't know why you wouldn't go for sorcerer's shoes, as most AP carries do. But we do have Katarina as well, so we're not only depending on him for the AP carry. And for those of you who don't know, Vladimir's ult is it gives 15% additional magic damage to anyone who's ulted by it. And Katarina does a lot of AP damage, area of effect wise. So their ult is quite deadly together. And I'm gonna, as you guys notice, I'll just go over my skills real quick. So I max Poison Trail first. Level 1, I put 1 point in Fling just in case I get lucky with a tower kill or something. Or face checking. It's just generally good practice. Then I max Poison Trail and slow as fast as I can. Slow because it's good for ganking. It's better in lane. I mean, yes, Fling is pretty much your main source of damage, but I don't think it's worth it. So we should do a lot of damage going down. Andy Garen doing a great gank. Doing the great play there. I think he came from top or maybe bot, but either way, phenomenal gank by Garen. This Garen is playing quite well, so hats off to him. But as I was saying, that's what I do for my skill tree. Then as for buying items, I usually go Boots of Swiftness, Roa, and then I either get a Fawn or a Sunfire depending on what kind of damage they're dealing. And then if they're not really hitting that hard, I might go and they're kind of off-tank DPS, then instead of going for more armor and stuff, I'm going to go straight AP like a Rabadon's and go for more damage. So, I mean, that's definitely a play you can do with Singed and will definitely help your team for AP damage. So, yes. So, Garen's saying, let's kill this Ashe. I'm totally behind it. I have ult. And I'm going to try and poison this minion as fast as possible. Vlad actually goes down to help kill Akali. A little bit late there. Garen kind of thinking, well, where the hell did he go? But, yes. And apparently, Cody typed that in all chat. So, Garen's kind of confused as to where Vlad went. But we should be able to pick up Ashe. I'm not sure if we actually go for this in just a 2v1 instead of a 3v1, whereas if we had Vlad. But there he goes. He goes like he looks like he's just going to show himself, hold lane, and be kind of cautious. And it looks like Garen's going to commit into this. I'm going to use my ult. We go for a slow. She does use a flash, and she's going to get out of there. But with my ult, I should be able to take this tower. He is just going to tank the damage from Ashe. And I'm taking the tower, so a little bit of a fair trade-off. He should not overcommit really into that. We do not know where Udyr is, and he is quite low. I do still have my ult on, so he's will going to have a lot of health regen. And we pick up first tower, so it is 9-5. We definitely eked out the advantage for not having a jungle with a tower kill. out CSing top and getting the kills. So at this point, I would say we're not actually behind. Udyr really wasn't able to jungle that well because he had to defend lanes that much. And that's one thing I really don't think people look at enough, is if you're out CSing the top solo, who generally is like an AD carry or someone who needs farm, like a Nidalee is a really good solo, or Jarvan, who's pretty good with farm, over Warwick. If you're out CSing them and you're pulling the jungle out of jungle enough, you can really make a difference. As you can see, I'm level 11. Ashe is level 10. I'm out leveling their solo and out CSing by a lot. There's a great Katarina ult going for that kill. And a great pickup. So we've got Udyr. He's going to ghost Ashe. I don't know if she's got the arrow. They are not going to pick up this kill right now, though. And Garen's going to come in, and that Udyr is going to get exhausted and ignited. I'm going to throw him in the poison. And there goes the kill to Garen. Very nice kill. I do not know if she's going to flash or not. Nope, she will just get away, but good kill. Katarina getting away for free, and we pick up a free Udyr kill, and as well, Katarina is able to get Annie. So with us being these tanky, we should be able to take this tower. Maybe not with this wave, but definitely with the next one. Ashe really not hitting that hard. She has no farm. She only has a Doran shield and a Berserker Greaves. And Annie, as for Annie's farm, she's at 86. Vlad's actually at 82 and I'm at 70, so we really just out-CS them pretty hard. Katarina, our AP carry, a little bit behind at about 64, but, you know, in general, I definitely give the CS advantage to us because you see Leona and Udyr sitting about 31, 44. And Udyr actually going 0-4 in the jungle. Really not what you want to see. So as you can see, I'm waiting here. I'm waiting for a gank. I want to see one person out of position, and I'm going to jump on him. If they do push tower, I will obviously go to help get tower, or just look for things that need to be done in my little team comp. They should not go for tower with Annie there. She could have dropped Tivers. That was actually a really smart ghost by Vayne. I really like that decision, because if they drop Tivers, you want to get out of there as fast as possible. The other thing about having a Katarina on our team that's really great is she's not like an AP carry that needs mana such as Malzahar or Swain or Anivia, so I can take blue buff, which is actually really good on Singed. Not for the endless poison, which is awesome. I mean, I can just leave poison on and not lose mana, but just because it does give the reduced cooldown on flings and slows, which is really important. And we see a good amount of damage coming down to Vayne. Gonna pick up that Udyr kill. Garen, Vayne, and Katarina picking up this tower. Ashe having to pull back because top tower was under siege from a large minion army. Vlad holding bot, and really right now I would definitely give us the advantage. It is 12-6. We're doubling their kills at 20 minutes into the game almost. I'm definitely out farming, and we should pick up a free dragon right now. Or not. Mid, they're actually going to go for a secondary turret. I don't know if this is a good idea. Leona does have a great stun. Why did I say a great stun? A stun. That's better. And there goes the Ashe arrow. Vayne taking the brunt of it. She's definitely not going to get away from that Annie. She does use a very good flash. She's going to roll. I don't know if she actually uses the best condemn I've ever seen from a Vayne and gets away with no health. That is phenomenal. Akali going for a lot of burst damage on Katarina. I'm trying to keep him off, but I just can't. So instead, we're going to pick up this Annie kill most definitely. I should have pulled off and gone for Katarina, but that's all right. Or I've gone for Akali. Akali taking a lot of damage. And can I get the throw? I get the throw off. We're going to try and get this Udyr kill as much as we can. I go for a great slow, and it looks like he's going to go down. He does go down, so I do pick up that kill as well. Ashe really out of position that whole fight, but we picked up 1, 2, 3, and I thought we picked up Leona at the very beginning, maybe not. And now I'm going to go for some Ashe soloing. I don't actually know if I could solo her. I should probably back. She flashes, and that's what gets me. So I did get picked up by that red buff. If she hadn't flashed, I would have killed her. I got a little greedy there, but, you know, I got her to blow flash. But I also had to use my own, which, by the way, the worst thing in the world is when you use flash and you still die. Ugh. The other thing is I thought Garen was actually like right around here and was going to come from behind, but that didn't happen. So Ashe sitting on double buffs. That's pretty good on Ashe. She does have the mana regen, can just constantly. Alright, take 2. Apparently if you don't reconnect, then you crash. I'm not actually sure if this game is going to be able to load to the finish. Obviously, you guys can see we are ahead. It is 16-8. We have 3 towers. They don't have any. So, I mean, honestly, we're obviously going to win. I click reconnect. I don't know if I can reconnect to... I'm not really sure what's going on. Alright, well, I am apparently not going to be able to finish this replay. I will spoil the ending. We do win. It is literally only like a 26-minute game, so there's about 5 extra minutes. I think I remember my internet freaked out, and I crashed mid-game, so when I reconnected, I guess the replay file did not reconfigure. So, I guess that's it all. See ya. Alright guys, this is going to be another League of Legends cast. I'm going to give a couple of updates real quick. So first of all, if you guys have anyone who's interested in League of Legends and likes watching casts, or anyone who's just interested in LoL at all and wants to learn or anything, who watches videos, you guys should totally be like, hey, check out this channel, because it would make me super happy. And me being happy is good. Also, if any of you guys have any, like, just basic artistic skills, I'm like completely lacking. I'm retarded. Somewhere like the train of thought from my brain to my hand, that train like crashes and everyone dies. I'm like, I can't draw anything. So just if anyone who has any art skill and is interested in maybe just doing like one little image I can pop up before I start casting or anything like that, that'd be super cool. So yeah, I'll just continue on. This is a duo queue game. And I'm at around like 1250, 1300 elo, so I am in like the depths of elo hell. And I might be thinking about casting more games where it just like shows how messed up elo. Okay, actually, I don't believe in elo hell to begin with, but I just can't carry myself out quite yet. So as I was saying, I'll just cast some of the games where it's just like, really, guys, you just did that. So yes. To start off, we've got Hell Knights on Garen, Scorpio on Katarina, Moki on Vayne, Timez and Saint Armia on Singed, and my friend Gojira on Vladimir. On the other team, we have Rio Wojin playing Akali, Krunkboy Jeff playing Annie, Rallin playing Ashe, Kalido111 playing Leona, and additional pylons playing Udyr. Hells yeah for the StarCraft 2 reference. I play tons of StarCraft 2, and I actually am thinking about casting some games about that. I don't know. So as for team fight level 1, we definitely have the advantage because we have Garen. Garen's spin is phenomenal at level 1. Phenomenal at level 1, and definitely is something to look out for. He can do a lot of damage, so we are going to have to wait for Vayne. I don't know exactly what she did, but she just kind of butchered that. So I'm going to go in and just scout. I know Vayne is coming still, so we're not going to commit too far into this. A good spin from Garen is going to do some damage. Vayne just taking an incredible amount of time. Honestly, if you are thinking about teamfighting level 1, you need to be able to get in there fast. Still, our Vayne is not even there. If she finally gets here, we haven't lost anyone yet, and we are close to being able to pick someone up. But actually, it came out pretty even. And at this point, we're definitely going to leave. So I think it was honestly a big blunder. Vayne says wait for me, but if you're that late, then, I mean, that's kind of your own fault. Yeah, I say no one engaged with me and Garen. I didn't realize Vayne wasn't quite there. A little bit of a map awareness fail on my part. But really, Vayne made a giant blunder not being there. So, too bad for her. My friend Cody and I are going to solo top. We don't have a jungle this game, which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, it's alright. They have an Udyr. So as long as we get kills early, we're going to be fine. We could definitely win this game. I'm actually surprised no one actually fell from that engagement there. We definitely were pretty damn aggressive. I did get my good throw off, and yeah, I mean, if Vayne was there, it might have been a different story. It might not have, but we didn't lose anyone, so it really wasn't a big blunder. I think the blunder was on hers for being so late. Let me just check what she bought. She bought a Doran sword. Alright, so that's kind of, there's really no excuse for being that late if all you bought was one Doran sword, which is in the recommended item. So that was pretty silly on her part. silly being the obviously kind word. So you do have Katarina v Ashe mid. I actually have a lot of faith in our Katarina. Katarina can do pretty well against an Annie as long as she's careful about the stun. As you can see, she's playing very passive, which is very smart. She doesn't want to become too overcommitted. And already we do have Garen picking up first blood on the Leona. Not a surprise. Leona not a good champion. So it's pretty good. We are just going to farm top. We want to deny this Ashe as much as possible, but it is hard because even when minions get to her turret, she can just farm pretty well, especially with volley. So the more we can make her miss minions, the better, I guess. Actually, a decent amount of damage going down on Annie from Katarina. I'm assuming she forgot about her stun, had Q on cooldown, and Katarina just went for some good burst, which is obviously what you want to do in that position. Annie's range is about, say from this minion to about here. So like from here to here, that's a pretty big range that she has to flash in, do as much damage as possible, and get out before her spells go on CDR. Her spray, the one where she just kind of shoots a cone in front of her, is about here to here. So if she can get out of that range, it's good. And watch for those CDRs, or cooldowns. There's a lot of damage going down on me, but I am just kind of just trying to get some CS. It's hard with a Vlad in the lane, obviously. I would prefer being a solo top, but it's not that bad. We see some good push coming out of bot and mid. We don't really have to worry about overextending in our lane, and there's various reasons, but mostly because I do have a slow, or I will at the next level, and I have fling, so I can keep Udyr off Vlad. Vlad also has sanguine, and at this point we're pretty healthy. I have regen, he obviously has regen as Vlad, so we're not too incredibly worried about a gank, and maybe that's foolish of us, I'm not really sure. He's getting a little bit aggressive there, and does have about half health, and there comes Udyr. So Udyr coming in there. I actually do not have my slow yet, but I am going to tear him off Vlad, and we are going to just escape out of there just fine. Udyr, a little bit of an overcommit on his part, actually. Lost a lot of health and will not be able to go right back into the jungle. So, honestly, I think that was a good pickup for us. If he's going to do his level, whatever gank, I go for him, fling him backwards. He should go down, and he actually does not. So, Vlad was not in the position to get a Q. If he was, we may have picked that up, but it's alright. We did a lot of damage to him. And yeah, we're just kind of jumping around. We want to find an opening, but it's tough. You got to be kind of passive in this position. And we see Katarina and Annie fighting it out. It is 1-1. I'm actually not sure who died. Akali picked up a kill on Garen, so he's going 1-1. He's doing pretty good. At this point, we really need to consider the thought of backing. She has almost full health. Vlad doing some nice harassment, but at this point, I'm so low that I should really not be here. Sometimes you look back at these games and watch yourself, and you're just kind of wondering your train of thought and why you didn't back earlier or something. I mean, Vlad's pretty low. And our lane's pretty pushed at this point. It's not that big a deal. I am trying to bait. Oh my god, this is going to be